'Twas a fine day in the basement of Jacob Roach. Playing the illustrious game of train crash, he wasted the day away in bliss. As he lounged about, his mother appeared before him. She stepped into the room and almost tripped over a train protruding from the floor before her. Perturbed, she explained in a moment of haste.
Jacob, I'll be back in 2 hours, and I want this room spick and span by the time I get back.
Jacob, in a moment of indifference and distraction, shrugged his shoulders and muttered a solitary Frowning at the miserable state of her son, Mother stepped from the room, shaking her head at her son's worthlessness. Jacob continued playing his fruitless game for another hour, becoming more and more enveloped in the world of trains before him. Alas for him, a wretched moment was indeed coming. Jake was brought out of his stupor upon glancing at the digitized clock. Realizing only a singular hour remained, Jacob leapt from his chair with newly gained determination, ready to clean his subterranean room. Unfortunately for Jacob, he recalled the words of his mother.
Spick and span by the time I get back.
What do these fateful words mean?
He pondered. Immediately he fell into a state of despair. Such words had not been defined by any person. However, this would not stop the determined teen from trying. He requested on Facebook, texted his friends, called his cousin, but to no avail. Alas for him and his dreaded predicament, Spic and Span remained undefined. Another 59 minutes had indeed passed, and Jacob realized with despair that his mother was now driving up the way of driving. He settled his mind and decided to try his best, regardless of the outcome. Swifter than any mortal had ever done, he cleaned the basement and readied himself for his mother's arrival. As she walked through the door, she examined the basement. Alas for Jacob, though, for as she stepped through that door, she tripped over the train. Ah, the train! The one object that had missed the watchful, hasty eye of Jacob. Falling to the ground as Jacob reached out with a cry of "No!" Jacob snatched up the toy train from the floor before his mother could reappoint herself in her usual vertical direction. Swiftly, he put the incriminating piece of evidence behind his back.
Oh, my clumsy feet. You've done a great job, Jacob.
Jake's face lit up with happiness. Had he finally done something right? Something productive? Something that his mother would be proud of? No.
Just kidding. This looks even worse than when I left. You're grounded. I see that train.
I love trains. My favorite hobby is playing with trains. I like to play with trains.
I'm just changing camera angle here.
All day. Trains, 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 trains. I can't find a good piece. Hate it when that happens. It's almost like Legos, but it's really not, 'cause it's trains, trains, trains.